The hidden cost of no-shows and the automation that eliminates them completely. Picture a typical Tuesday morning at a busy dental clinic. The schedule looks perfect: 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Every appointment slot is full. The calendar looks exactly the way every clinic owner wants it to look: busy, organized, profitable. On paper, it's the perfect day. But then something happens. 9 o'clock arrives, no patient. 10 minutes pass, still nothing. The phone doesn't ring, no text message, no email, just an empty chair. An hour later, another patient doesn't show up. And before lunchtime, 3 appointments have disappeared. No cancellation, no warning, no explanation, just 3 empty chairs where paying patients should have been. The dentist was ready, the assistant was ready, the treatment room was prepared, the instruments were sterilized, everything was waiting except the patient. And during those 3 lost hours, the clinic generated 0 revenue. But here's the part many clinic owners overlook: the expenses didn't stop. Staff salaries continued, rent continued, utilities continued, equipment costs continued. Every overhead expense kept running, even though the chair sat empty. This happens every single day in thousands of dental clinics around the world. And surprisingly, most clinic owners have never actually calculated what those empty chairs are truly costing them. Today, we're going to do exactly that. And more importantly, I'll show you the automation system that dramatically reduces no-shows before they ever become a problem. Let's begin with the numbers. Industry research consistently shows that the average dental no-show rate falls somewhere between 10 and 20%. Think about that for a second. Even at the lower end, 1 out of every 10 scheduled appointments never happens. At first, that may not sound catastrophic. Most clinic owners think, we're still busy, we're still making money. It's just part of running a practice. But that's only looking at the surface, because a missed appointment isn't just one lost payment. It's actually several hidden costs happening at the same time. Let's break them down. The first cost is obvious: lost revenue. A patient who doesn't show up doesn't receive treatment, which means that appointment produces 0 income. But it usually doesn't stop there. The time before and after that appointment often becomes less productive as well, because your entire schedule was built around that patient being there. Now, let's look at the second hidden cost: preparation. Before that patient was supposed to arrive, your team already invested time. Patient records were reviewed, treatment plans were checked, materials were prepared, special equipment may have been set up, the room was cleaned, everything was ready. All of that preparation still happened, but none of it produced revenue. Multiply that by dozens of no-shows every month, and suddenly, you're paying your team for hours of work that never create any return. Now comes the third cost, and this is where things become much more expensive: opportunity cost. Imagine your clinic knew 24 hours earlier that a patient wasn't coming. What could you do? You could call someone from your waiting list, offer the appointment to another patient, fit in an emergency case, or move another patient forward. Instead, the clinic finds out only after the appointment has already started. By then, it's too late. That hour is gone forever. You can never sell it again. Time is the one thing a dental clinic can never recover. Once it's gone, it's gone. Now, let's look at the fourth hidden cost: the patients you never treated. Imagine someone calls your clinic. They're in pain. They desperately want an appointment this week. Your receptionist checks the calendar. It looks completely full. So they say, "I'm sorry, our next available appointment is 2 weeks away." The patient thanks you, hangs up, and calls another clinic. But here's the reality: your calendar wasn't actually full. 10 to 20% of those appointments were never going to happen. You just didn't know it yet. That means your clinic turned away a real patient, while empty chairs were quietly waiting later in the week. That's not just lost revenue. That's lost trust, lost relationships, and sometimes a patient you'll never get back. Now add everything together: lost treatment revenue, wasted preparation time, missed opportunities, patients turned away. The true cost of no-shows is far greater than most clinic owners ever realize. And here's the important part: most no-shows are not caused by careless patients. Most people don't wake up planning to waste your time. Life simply gets busy. Meetings run late, children get sick, work becomes stressful, people forget. Which means the solution isn't stricter policies. The solution is helping patients remember before it's too late. This is where smart automation completely changes the game. Instead of relying on memory, The system takes over. The first reminder is sent several days before the appointment, not the night before, several days before. Why? Because if the patient needs to reschedule, the clinic still has enough time to fill that appointment. The second reminder arrives the day before. This message isn't just a reminder. It includes one simple action: confirm or reschedule. One tap. That's all the patient has to do. Now the clinic knows exactly who's coming and who isn't. Then comes the final reminder, the morning of the appointment. This catches the patients who genuinely intended to come but simply lost track of time. 3 reminders, perfectly timed, working together. But here's where the real magic happens. The goal isn't only reducing no-shows, it's creating early warning. Because when someone says, "I can't make tomorrow's appointment," 3 days in advance, the clinic suddenly has options. That empty chair is no longer lost. The system immediately identifies patients waiting for an earlier appointment or patients requesting urgent treatment. The newly available slot is automatically offered to them, and what looked like a lost appointment becomes a confirmed booking without anyone making dozens of phone calls. Now let's talk about something many clinics overlook: the tone of your reminders. This matters far more than most people realize. Compare these 2 messages. The first says, "Failure to attend your appointment may result in a cancellation fee." Technically, it's correct, but emotionally, it feels cold. Now compare that with this. "Hi Sarah, just a friendly reminder that you're booked for Thursday at 10 a.m. We're looking forward to seeing you. If anything has changed, just let us know and we'll be happy to help." Same appointment, same information, completely different feeling. Patients who feel comfortable communicating are far more likely to reschedule. Patients who feel judged often disappear without saying anything. That's why the wording matters just as much as the timing. This entire workflow, from reminder timing to confirmation to rescheduling to automatic waitlist filling, is exactly the type of automation Go High Level was built to handle. Once it's configured, every appointment automatically enters the reminder sequence. Every cancellation is detected immediately. Every available slot can be offered to another patient, and your team doesn't have to manually track any of it. Everything happens automatically, quietly, consistently, every single day. There's a free trial link in the description if you'd like to see exactly how this workflow is built. Let's finish with one simple thought. No-shows aren't really caused by unreliable patients. They're caused by the gap between the moment a patient decides they can't come and the moment your clinic finds out. Automation closes that gap, and when that gap disappears, so do many of your empty chairs. Here's your action step. Open your appointment calendar. Count every no-show from the last 30 days. Then ask yourself 2 questions. How much notice did your clinic actually receive? And what happened to those appointment slots afterward? Those 2 answers will tell you exactly how much hidden revenue your clinic is still losing. If this video helped you see the real cost of no-shows from a different perspective, hit the like button, subscribe for more practical dental automation strategies every week, and tell me in the comments what currently happens in your clinic when a patient simply doesn't show up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.